Good morning, my little chickadees. How are you today? Today's lesson is actually, we're going to backtrack a little bit, okay? Because I realized that we did do sine, cosine, tangent. We did do the right triangles, but we never did the word problems. I had pushed it off to the side at one point. I don't recall why, but I don't remember a lot of things. So I just want to go back. Today's basically a review of that, and then we're going to start word problems tomorrow, okay? If you recall, when you're doing sine, cosine, and tangent, you're going to need to have your calculator. If you do have a calculator like this, just remember that when it's on, to go to mode and make sure that it's in degree mode, not radian mode. If you don't have a calculator, there's a lot of calculators online you can use, or you can use your phone, okay? Your phone, if you remember, well, my phone is a Droid, so it's a little different, but your phone calculator looks like this. You don't see sine, cosine, and tangent. Most of the iPhones, when you turn it sideways, become scientific. Mine's a Droid, so you actually have to press that button. And then you'll have your sine, cosine, and tangent buttons there. If you notice, mine says rad, so I'd have to change it to degree. So just make sure, oh, there's a light on it. Make sure that it always says degree right there. Okay, so let's just review sine, cosine, tangent. Sine is the ratio, and it's not sin, it's sine, you know, that drives me crazy, of the side opposite the angle over the hypotenuse. Okay, it's the sine of the angle. I should put the angle in there. I usually use theta for the angle. Theta is a Greek letter. You're going to see it. You know by now. So cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent, and again, this should all be review, of theta is opposite over adjacent. And we all know that. We all know we use SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so I just want to quickly review some triangles with you. This is only good when we're dealing with right triangles, so I'll make myself a little right triangle. I'll say that this measure is 72 degrees. This side here is 6, and this side is x. Okay, and for those of you who had nightmares about this in geometry, remember when I taught it to you, I said the key was key. I like to write myself a little key. Let me know what I have. I know I have a 72 in this problem. I have a 6 and I have an x. What is 72? Well, 72 is my angle. 6 is the side right next to my angle, so that would be adjacent. Okay, and now you might say, but wait a minute, isn't x right next to 72? That's also adjacent, but a little respect. X is opposite the 90-degree angle, so he is our hypotenuse. Okay, once you're opposite that 90-degree angle, you're automatically the hypotenuse. And A and H, that's cosine. So it's going to be the cosine of a 72-degree angle is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And now we're just going to do cross products. Throw this over 1 and do cross products. I'll tell you a little trick. When your variable is in your denominator, technically you're just switching their places. Technically you're just saying now, x is equal to 6 divided by the cosine of 72. Now here, and if you remember when we did this in class, I said please make sure that you're doing it in your calculators because each calculator is different. There's a little glare on that one. There it is. Okay, 6 divided by, in this calculator you hit cosine first. It brings up a parentheses. I'm going to hit 72 and close that parentheses. And I'm going to get, and we'll give it to the nearest tenth. 19.4. Okay, let's try another one, and that's all we're going to do today. We're just going to review some of these. Let's do this one. It doesn't look very right angle-ish, but okay, looks a little slanted. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so I'm still not steady. 14 and x. Okay, again, I'm going to make a little key. The key is key. All right, I have 49 is my angle. I have x, which is right next to it. It's adjacent. And I have 14, which is opposite. Okay, so when I write this out, an opposite and adjacent is my tangent. So it's going to be the tangent of 49 is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Again, my variables in my denominator. You can go through the process of doing cross products, Okay, 1 times 14 is 14. All right, x times tangent of 49. Divide both sides by tan of 49. And you know what you're going to get? You're going to get what I said before. You're going to get 14 over the tangent of 49 equals x, which is what I did right up here. I just flip-flopped them. So you can work it out, okay, but you're going to get this in the end, so you may as well just switch them. All right, again, you take out your calculator, 14 divided by the tangent of, what is this, 49, close my parentheses, and I get x to be 12.2. See, it's 1/7, so I round that 1 up to 2. Okay, let's try another one, and then I'm going to set you loose. Okay, and your homework is just going to be a sheet of, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 problems. All right, because tomorrow we're going to do some word problems. We didn't really get to do word problems in school. I really don't remember why we stopped, but I know we did. I know I moved on. I went on to the unit circle. All right, x and 14. You know, I'm going to flip that. I'm going to do that way. Okay, so again, if I write out my little key is key. We're going to do 51 degrees. Degrees makes it an angle. 14, it's opposite the 90-degree angle, which I forgot to put in there. So that's the hypotenuse, a little respect when you're the hypotenuse. And your x is opposite to that angle, okay? It's always relevant to where that acute angle is. Okay, with opposite and hypotenuse, it's a sine function. The sine of a 51-degree angle is equal to x over 14. Here I can't do a flip-flop. Here I can't just flip these around because the x is in the numerator. But when I throw this over 1, it works out nicely. 1 times x is equal to, multiply this, 14 times the sine of 51. Now, I want you to be careful, okay? You can plug this into the calculator, sine 51 times 14. I'm going to show you something if you can see it in the calculator, right? There's a big dot on my calculator. If I do sine of 51 and I don't close that parentheses and I hit times 14, the calculator is taking 51 times 14, making a humongous angle, and then finding the sine of it. Okay? Now, look at my answer, negative 0.104. I'm looking for the length of this side. How could it be a negative length? We can't be a negative measurement. Trust me, being home, I'm definitely not a negative measurement. Okay, so remember, if you want to put the sine of 51 first, you need to close your parentheses. Times that by 14, and you're going to get x to be, it's 10.9. Okay, which makes a little more sense. Okay, all right, so today was basically just a review lesson of sine, cosine, and tangent. I gave you a worksheet to do. I want you to do the worksheet. Guys, some of you are trying to type out your homework. Please, so not necessary. Write out your homework like I did. Snapshot with your camera, with your phone. Okay, scan it and just upload it to your homework page. All right, because I need to see your work. All right, just giving me answers, I don't know if you're doing it correctly. Okay, I need to see if you need some extra help with this. Okay, tomorrow we start word problems. I miss you guys, love you all, and hopefully I will see you soon.